Welcome to our friends, family, and foes to the Foxx Den Sports podcast. I am your host, Todd Fox, along with my three sons, Kellen, Gary, and Gannon. And today is our 76th episode. And what player do you think of that wore that jersey 76?
Usually think of my boy, where'd he go? Steve something.
Oh yeah, your boy.
Your boy,
He
76.
played for the Rams. 7-time Pro Bowl. Orlando Pace is what I was thinking of.
I was wondering, but
Steve is somebody else's. Steve is going to be dad's actually. Orlando Pace, offensive tackle for the Rams, Hall of Fame, 7-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All Pro, Super Bowl 34 champion, 165 career starts, round one, pick one to the Rams in 97. 97 was a good year, and he is a good player.
I usually think of PK Subban, great hockey player back in the day.
Okay.
I'm going to go good old Duane Brown, offensive tackle in the NFL, most notably known probably for his time with the Houston Texans. Definitely all-pro career, played for a while. That's mainly what I remember for. Played for about, let's see here, 15, 16 years or so. Currently still with the New York Jets. But, yeah, one of the better underrated tackles for mainly because of his prolonged career. He was a first-round draft pick out of Virginia Tech, pick number 26. So, Duane Brown.
Very nice.
Well, I can tell you, Kellen, the word you were looking for was Wisniewski, Steve Wisniewski. That's not who I think of. Steve McMichael, I don't think of him. Steve Hutchinson, I don't think of him. I think of Flozell, the Hotel Adams, Dallas Cowboys offensive lineman. That's who I think of for 76. We're going to do a lot of talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder this evening. You still got the Summer League's over now, right?
Yeah.
So it's all
Cleveland.
done. What's that?
Cleveland won the Summer League, so
how did they win?
It is what it is.
What does that mean? Like, how do they win it? Like, best record? What do you mean?
They put the two best teams pretty much against each other, and like record-wise, but the two teams who did it didn't rest anybody. So
yeah.
How many games did is it J Will or J Dub? Which one to see? J Will?
Well, there's both, but J Dub only played one. J Will played like 4 or 5.
Okay, so J Dub's the one who only played that first game. And then Chet played 2, 3?
He played 3, I think.
Wallace played 2, 3?
He played all of them, I think.
No, because
he missed the first because of the trade.
The one, and then the second one too. But he played the rest, I think, since then.
So, yeah, if they would have played all the guys, it obviously would have been a little bit different. But is the Summer League worth taking in account to anything? Like, do you think, when you think of it?
No.
Why?
I don't know. You can get some run and then try out new things, but people put way too much value and way too much stock in the Summer League.
Yeah, it's like a glorified practice. It's not gonna I'm not gonna think this guy's gonna be great or terrible based off their Summer League performance. It's just kind of a practice against other teams, against other guys their level. But I don't put too much stock into it.
So do you think it's pointless?
I'm going to go on the other side really quick and just say that I think it definitely matters, and I think you can definitely get some good value out of it. Like, for instance, the one thing that comes to mind is the guy who just won the MVP of the Summer League, something Walker. Is it Jurice Walker?
Sure.
I think Houston Rockets guy anyways. A couple months ago, he was supposed to be like a top 10 pick in the draft, and he fell to 20. And then, like I said, he goes and wins the Summer League MVP. So, he obviously has the talent, has the skill set to be one of the better players. But for whatever reason, just because supposedly everyone said he just didn't interview very well is why he dropped.
Talking about Whitmore or something like isn't that-
Cameron
yeah.
Whitmore. That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Cameron
Yeah,
Whitmore.
but
But
see, with him though, he was under the radar when draft time came, and if he had the talent, and if you knew he had the talent, like you already knew. If that I don't know if that makes enough sense.
And
Like
I'm not saying the summer league doesn't matter. I'm just saying I'm not
I think it doesn't matter. So if you
like
said
everybody's
that, I wouldn't
asking
disagree.
Victor, like, how does this compare to the
Ah.
other leagues? Like how, and he's saying it's less physical. Okay, you're in the summer league right now. Like you're playing against
Well,
and
but
and granted, everybody says it's less physical.
yeah,
But I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't be asking him that question
that's
after
because
this.
it's like a watered down NBA. Yeah, you're
like
right.
I'm not, and I'm saying, granted, everybody says it is less physical, but like you can't ask him this question coming in, right? Like when he hasn't played a real game against
Yeah, I agree.
more veteran players.
But what I meant was I don't know how to really describe it, but like I don't know. If this performance surprises you, then that just means you didn't know enough of him going into the draft or into the summer league. Like Victor's 27 and 12, that doesn't really surprise me because we knew he was that good.
yeah, but it gives
If
you
that
a
makes
very good
sense.
idea of seeing like because I
Some
feel like you
steals
have
maybe.
almost like three levels of the NBA. You have like the top tier, or not even necessarily top tier, but like the top half that like if they hit free agency, they're gonna get signed. Like there's not much question. Then you have that middle half who's just like going to be kind of teetering between NBA talent and G League, and then you have just like G League talent. And I feel like summer league is the best chance to see like the players that actually are just like better than all
that's
those
fair.
guys on G League teams and stuff, and seeing who actually deserves NBA contract and money and everything.
So yeah, I agree. I hadn't really thought of like the lower end or like lower caliber players in the summer league. I was kind of thinking more so the stars and like, well, Brandon Miller played like trash, but I don't really put too much stock into that. And then Victor had that one bad game. Nobody really cared. Then he had the great game. It's still like nobody. I don't know. I was thinking more so like the top guys, whether they play great or terrible. But I don't really think about what you were saying.
Do you think it matters to Sam Presti?
He probably has some kind of different outlook. Like he's probably looking for things that we don't even think of. So yeah, probably.
Right.
Like
Because
how
I mean,
they play with other players or how they step up if it gets tight. I don't know.
yeah,
But
of
there's
course,
things that they can see that we can't see.
Of course.
Yo,
That's
yeah,
part of it.
for sure.
I'm not saying it's not important. It's just I'm not going to judge a player's performance based off of it.
Especially in my opinion, their efficiency is like because people shoot like 30%, everybody's overreacting, but yeah, I don't really care about that.
I think it matters to him and matters to Coach Degno. And I mean, we're not gonna see, like you said, what they see. And it's practice for these guys. They want more reps and practices with these guys to gel, hopefully as a team.
Mhm.
I don't think it's pointless. Now, for us, we may be looking at it going, oh my goodness, it's boring. Chet's not playing. J Dub's not playing, J Will, whoever. Maybe kind of pointless to us. However, it's not pointless to to those big yogs. And obviously they saw something. They already saw enough of J Dub. Is that who it is?
Oh yeah.
So they saw him. They're like, okay, dude, like you're good. Chet, after, was it 2 or 3? Did you say 3?
It was 3 or 4, I think,
Really?
total.
I thought it was only about, anyway.
But I mean, it was 3.
They saw
Well, if
what
we
they needed
count-
with him,
If
moved
we
him
count
on.
the Utah games, and then
Yeah.
the tournament, but
Well, he
I think
played the
overall it
first
was 3 or
game,
4.
like took a rest, played a game, like took another rest, and then played one more, and then he was done.
Either way,
Which I don't,
we knew what
played
he was
5.
capable of.
I totally understand 100% why they would do that. What's something you learned from this summer league? Was anything you've learned?
Well, we were just talking about because I was like, well, we already knew what Chet could do, but I didn't realize like his level of play if he plays the 4, good, completely not what he's capable of, but we have to play him at the 5 because him at the center was just like he's going to be a top 5 defensive impact player in the league if we put him at the 5. But if we put him at the 4, it's just kind of like good player, but that's the biggest thing I learned is that it's crucial to play him at the 5 and not the 4, even though he's skinny or whatever. But
Garrett?
I'd
Anything?
say that even though he's had his struggles, Kason Wallace has slightly silenced me, slightly. But I still think he's got obviously a long way to go. I know he's a pretty good defender, but he also had, after his one good game, he didn't have the greatest shooting. So,
offensively, yeah.
but now that being said, whenever he's on the court and he's the 3rd to 4th option, I think it should be pretty solid. But
Well, imagine a lineup if we have Chet, Dort, and Wallace. I don't know what's like they'll get buckets, but it's going to be tough shots. Paint's locked down. The whole
For the-
perimeter's locked down. Like,
you mean for the like the other team's offense is going to be
yeah,
tough?
the other
Yeah,
team
yeah.
isn't going to know what to do.
I will say, I
Now,
think
Our offense will be a little
Kason's-
rough too, I guess. But
Kason's like floor is Dort, which I think is
yeah,
fantastic. I'd love another Dort, but
I'm thinking ceiling is like Drew Holiday because
yeah,
he's not the
I
best.
would say so.
He can't really create for himself. Like he can't ISO or like dribble the ball for his own basket most of the time. But he can dish it whenever somebody's open enough. And then obviously we don't need to talk about his defense. He's already incredible.
Helen, what do you think down there?
I don't watch Summer League, so
Come
don't care.
on, man.
I told you this the last 3 weeks that I didn't watch
That's
any
fair.
of it.
That's fair. He did.
All right.
I will say though, I thought Kellen was up here.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be next to you,
On mine, he's down below.
but
He's down
you're
below
supposed to reorder it where I'm always next to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kellen's
Gary's
supposed to
underneath
be-
you, and
All
then
right, so
Gam.
hold on. Let's do a little reorder.
He's
You
supposed
can't
to be
do it
up
in the-
here.
What do you mean I can't? I can do what I want. Hold on. So is it going to show up on the podcast like that now that I'm moving it?
Yeah.
I can't get Kellen moving.
I'm bottom right. Gary's bottom left.
All right, hold on. I can't get with no mouse anymore. Makes it a little difficult. I can lie. Garrett's bottom left.
Yeah, it goes age order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's it look like on your all's end? Is it? Can you see me changing it?
No,
No.
we see it the way we have it arranged, and we have it arranged the way it's supposed to be arranged. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, do you really? Oh, maybe next time.
I
It's
do
not
at least.
working.
Yeah, no, I'm just
There it
looking at
is. Finally.
Anyways, while Mr. Bum over here is trying to figure that out, let's move on to the next question. How about that?
What's the next question, Garrett? What do you got?
One question that caught my eye is what Thunder trio would you like to see hit their best ceiling? I guess I'm assuming this is just out of any 3 on the roster, essentially.
Well, basically what it is Chet, J-Dub, and Poku. And the others.
What?
Yeah, like that's what it is. Chet, J-Dub, and Poku, the trio. Or on the other side, Dort, J. Will, and Giddy.
Well, the first one is without a doubt like
I'm just so confused on
substantially
where you
better.
where
we
you
can't
just
pick our own
found
trio?
it. Yeah, like where
Pick
did
your
that
own
come
then.
from?
I mean, you
Okay,
could sit there and go, okay,
hold on.
Trey
Let's
Man.
stay there for a second. That first trio
Nah.
is like Chet alone is infinitely better than the other one.
Okay, who would you like put Wallace in for the second team?
No, what I would go is I'd go hit
All right,
me
let's
with
hear yours.
Shays, I want Giddies and I want Chets.
Well, okay. Who would you rather, Shea or Chet?
Shay.
So does
Well,
Shay stay where
Shay's-
he's at?
Pretty close to it, I think.
I
Nah,
think
he's got-
I
he's got
don't
a-
know, man.
Okay, wait.
I think he still has.
He's got
Yeah,
a
let
lot
me-
left
better.
Let
in
me
him.
rephrase. He's not necessarily close, but with how good he is, that with Chet's peak is plenty, is what I
I-
meant.
I will say I don't think we'll see his statistical stats improve, but I think we'll see more of I guess you could say leadership, also just the
Intangibles.
wins.
Intangibles.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just going to come with naturally to him.
Well, it's like, yeah. Like the difference will be he's going to play the same, except we win those close games, which he was already the clutchest player in the league. But I do agree with that. Yeah. Here's the thing. Giddey's peak with Chet is so much different than his peak without Chet.
Yeah.
So like before Chet, I would have been like, if we had J-Dub, which is impossible, but I would probably pick him over Giddey. But with Chet in the squad, like Giddey's gonna play so much better next season just because of Chet alone. Does
I think
anybody else?
I think Shea, like, I can't see Giddey. Giddey didn't ever really do a whole lot of pick and rolls.
No, but I don't know. He'll find the pass a lot more. Shea's
Shea and
pass
Chet
needs
will,
to be set
but-
up, or like he is the total ball. But Giddey will just find the way. I don't know. Giddey's got his passing has always just been natural. As much as I love Shea, his is just kind of like a skill, but Giddey's is just like, what would you call that? I can't think of the word. Well, natural, but just like it's just like I can't
More
think of the
impressive?
word. And no,
more
I mean,
fluent. Just
Wait, who are you talking about? Giddey or Shea?
yeah, Giddey's passing has just been kind of like
Natural.
natural. I guess is the right word. It's kind of lame though compared to what I was thinking.
Giddey's gonna be the next Jason Kidd.
Oh, he'll be way better than
That's
Kidd.
terrible.
Kidd was really good.
Nah, he's
He
so
didn't
overrated.
do anything on offense by
I was gonna say, Giddey's already a better offensive player, minus the
Yeah.
passing so far. But
yeah.
That's what I mean, like by the passing piece. Kidd was incredible with passing.
Did you guys see who was it that said Jokic isn't a top 5 passer of all time?
One of those.
No,
no.
it was
He
like
was saying
currently.
in the league right now is what he was saying. Yeah,
Was
He
he?
was, yeah, he's saying he's not a top 5
it was
passer
Paul
right
Pierce.
now.
That's
Was
who
it
it
Pierce?
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah,
Pierce
all
is an
PP is just
idiot,
trying to stay
dude.
relevant.
Jokic is closer to the best passer of all time than he is to being like out of the top 5 in this league right now.
I agree.
Okay.
Anyways,
I mean, yeah, those are well, yes, I kind of like he's closer to the best of all time than he is of not being in the top 5 of current players, but that's just two completely different scales, so it's hard to say what you're
Anyways,
saying.
yeah, I
but
just didn't know if you
Who-
saw. I thought that was dumb.
Who's your favorite non-Thunder player that has never played for the Thunder right now? Non-Thunder player that's never played for us. Who's your favorite player in the league right
Curry.
now? Who?
Curry.
I love myself a
Mine's
little
either-
Jimmy buckets. I love Jimmy Butler.
mine's
The
either
hustle.
I thought you were talking about Buddy Buckets.
I mean, I like Buddy, but
I love Buddy.
surprised you didn't say Austin Reeves.
yeah, I'm gonna change my answer. I'm gonna go Austin Reeves, guard for the United States of America.
Are you serious? Are you joking?
Yeah, I'm joking.
Okay.
Kellen and Dad.
Mine would either be Giannis or Booker.
Booker.
I love Booker. Like he's just solid until game 7.
Fair.
Jokic.
But he's so young. Okay, I'd probably throw Jokic in my top
Yeah,
3.
he was my
for
second.
Sure.
He's my favorite. He's humble, and he's just like he doesn't
He want to be there.
want to be there.
It's a job to him.
He plays well. I mean, he doesn't look like he doesn't look the part. Like he looks like he'd be just some dude out there playing, but he can ball for sure.
His looks like a military task force the when he
Yeah.
played. Like just driving down, like everybody's got a job. They're getting in, getting out, scoring real quick, getting back to the other side of the court.
All business.
I've got a
Kind of like Kellen, business in the front, party in the back.
hey,
All right, who would be your second then? Since we,
I
since
was
we were
not
talking
thinking about the hair when you said that.
Me neither. I mean, second Jokic.
It'd be Giannis for me.
Probably go Austin Reeves, guard of the United States of America. and to the Los Angeles Lakers.
No Lakers.
He's a humble guy. You know, he took a big pay cut. He's dating Taylor Swift. You know,
Did he take a
reportedly,
pay
so-
cut or did he just not take a raise?
So he got a huge raise.
Well, okay, pay cut compared to what he could have gotten.
Could have gotten.
Oh, fair.
He
fair.
took
Yeah.
less money. He didn't take a pay cut because he got more than what he
Yeah,
got.
yeah,
He accepted less though.
He accepted less. Yeah.
He get like
Kellen?
3 for 55.
I already
and he
said my
could've
top
done,
3.
Yeah, could have done
Uh,
3 for like 80 mil.
Man, I thought Kelm was gonna say a little Trey Young or something. You know, living in Atlanta. But oh well.
He'd probably be top 5, but I
He's
used to not
annoying.
like him, but I love Giannis. I like Booker. I like watching Booker play, and it's hard to hate Jokic.
Oh yeah.
Cole doesn't even go to a game, so he can't even, you know, like
He wants to.
I just don't want to deal with that traffic, dude. That traffic, like, it's gonna destroy my weekend.
Then leave early.
I don't leave games early.
yeah,
like-
I like to
no.
watch. I cannot.
gr-
I hate going there and leaving games early.
I
If
grew
anything,
up.
stay like 30 minutes late and just chill.
I grew up leaving like 5 minutes left. Didn't matter what the score was. We ran, took off to the
That's
car,
not fun.
and you could hear the crowd once in a while. Something happened. You're like, oh my goodness, really?
That's what I'm saying.
Chad's little legs. He'd be like, wait up, because he'd be trying to running with us, but he couldn't catch up with us. So
Yeah, no chance.
anyway, that was pretty cool. Just to our listeners, we will have another podcast out later on this week as well. That's the plan. Another podcast out, and we will wrap this one up. Good OKC Thunder talk with Kellen, Garrett, and Gannon. We appreciate everybody listening to our podcast. I always want everybody to remember that iron sharpens iron.
Please stay safe.
Be savage and not average.
And remember to join the skulk.
Until next time, good.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
everybody.